Hey y'all, it's Peg, and today on Art Joy Sharing, we did our Pick a Stick Challenge, which is a monthly challenge that we've been doing for I think about the last 6 years, but this is the very last Pick a Stick Challenge of this year and forever, as far as we see it. We're changing it up next year for Art Joy Sharing, so I hope you come and check us out because we've got some fun things planned for you. So I've been kind of obsessed with inks of late, and so the Pick a Stick Challenge has 6 steps, 2 wild cards, and 2 colors. So for my colors, amber and eggplant, I'm going to start with these FW and what are the other ones? Anyway, they're inks. They're acrylic inks. And I am just going to get some bronze and some golds and, get that amber color going. And apply that to my background. And then the second step says scratchy. So I'm getting out my dip pen, making some scratchy marks on my background, and checking off number 2 on the Pick a Stick Challenge. Number 3 is animal. Well, I'm really stretching this interpretation. Shell was going to draw an animal, which is great. So I thought, well, I don't really want to draw an animal. So I'm getting out an animal brush. What do I mean by that? Well, this is a boar's bristle brush, and it means that it's made from boar's bristles. And so that's an animal, right? And you can interpret these any way you want to. So that's what I did. Now, number 4 was metallic. I already used some bronze on here. I'm going to come back and visit the metallic once again later. But the next thing, number 5, is tissue paper. So I have these really cool tissue papers from Tim Holtz. These also are from Ranger, and I'm going to glue some just, random strips of that down and put some texture into my background because I like the contrast with the black and what's going on there. So just giving it a little more dimension by adding some tissue paper. So that's another one checked off of my list. Now I've got some sprays. That's a wild card. And so I'm going to use all of them, the wild cards and all 6 prompts. And so these are Dina Wakley sprays. They're a resist spray. And I'm just going to test it out and do some resist spraying on here. And dry that down because we have to dry, right? Because we only have an hour and a half to get this done. Of course, this is the sped up version, so you don't have to sit through a whole hour and a half. But if you want to see the whole hour and a half, go over and check out Art Joy is Sharing. That's the channel where we do these live shows, and watch the thing in real time. Now, you may have noticed that I haven't added that eggplant color yet, but I am going to do that. So I'm grabbing some inks. These are both regular Distress ink and Distress Oxide. I start out with the Distress, and it is kind of a purpley, eggplanty tone. Of course, I'm trying to spray, and it's still not spraying. So I am getting that ink down, and I'm going to put that over a Trish McKinney stencil from Stencil Girl Products. She has some awesome designs. If you haven't seen Trish's designs, check them out. And then this one, these leaves are one of their Stencil Club stencils. And if you don't know about Stencil Club, check out Stencil Club because you can purchase the ones from the past Stencil Clubs if you're a member. You just have to be a member for 1 month in order to go back and purchase those ones that you want. So, and I got to say, the one for this month is pretty cool too. So, yeah, might as well, right? So now I'm going for those Distress Oxides, and I'm layering them up in a number of different tones. I'm going to add some black and some purples and, just give it some dimension. Of course, we have to dry, because ink takes a little while. Got to get it dry. And then I'm going to grab these Dina Wakley media paints. These are nice, thick, opaque paints. And I'm going to grab that with this other lacy stencil, and I'm using both the, eggplant and midnight colors on my brayer. This is a soft sponge brayer that I'm using on top of a gel plate for my palette. And I'm just going to apply some of that, and voila, we have our colors, we have our lace, we have our everything that's on the challenge, and I'm kind of liking what's happened here. So I am going to get some spray ink. This is mica spray ink from Ranger. It's by designer Wendy Becky, and I'm going to add some of that metallic shimmer back with that mica. And yeah, I'm liking what's going on with this. I just want to add a little bit more down there at the bottom where it was still pretty dark from that ink. And then I'm going to get my Marabou crayons. If you guys don't know about these, I highly recommend them. They're just super creamy, and you can blend it real easily with your finger. What I want to do is add the highlights, which is the very last prompt here, and I want to go around the edges, just touching up, giving it a little more depth with that. There's a gold and a violet color that I'm using here. And then I'm going to grab a black one and go around the corners and edges to deepen that and draw your eye in. And then I want to add some kind of quote. So I'm going to look through my stash. I'm going to find some kind of quote, and I'm going to put it on to my page. And the quote is from C.S. Lewis. It says, "The future is something which everyone reaches at the rate of 60 minutes an hour, whatever he does, whoever he is." Yeah, we all are there at the same place, same time, right? Time is the same. Or at least for now, for what we know, time is the same. So I'm going to stitch that down. I've used my little pokey tool and some waxed linen, and I'm just going to stitch that down to my page. I'm going to get this finished up, and I will be done with my very last Pick a Stick challenge. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you go over and watch what Shell made today, too. She made the cutest little owl, and I love the color combination and how it turned out. But if you're new to us and you haven't joined Art Joy is Sharing, all you have to do is answer a few questions, and we'll let you in the group. And we'd love to see you there. We have a lot of fun each month. This is just one of the challenges that we do. So I am going to put this back into my journal. I'm going to find a page that I can glue it back to back with another one, and I will be finished with my Pick a Stick challenge for this month. Thanks for stopping by, everybody.